How to keep a relationship strong and happy. Whenever we enter a relationship, this is our goal at the beginning of it. How can I maintain this relationship for a long time, and how can I be happy throughout it? So today I'm going to go over 5 key factors that are all important to keeping a relationship strong and happy, and then how you can achieve those as well. Before I get into that, my name is Chris Richardson. I'm a coach here at Life on Your Terms, and I make these videos here so you can do exactly that. You can live a life on your terms and not be a victim of circumstance, so that you can live an ideal life of your choosing. So let's get into it. The first factor to keeping your relationship strong and happy is communication. I bet you knew this was coming because communication is key, as they say. So with communication, how can you have great communication in a relationship? Well, simply practicing active listening can be extremely powerful. So active listening means direct eye contact, nodding your head, stuff like that, giving reminders that you are listening, engaged in the conversation, asking questions, doing all those things. And let's say your partner is telling you about a problem, and if you really practice active listening with empathy, they're gonna feel really good. That's gonna keep your relationship strong. Now, another way with communication, how it can keep your relationship strong and happy, is to express needs and desires. And do this earlier on the relationship if you can. So express what you need out of your partner and what you desire out of your partner. Now, after you do that, it is very important that you invite your partner to do the same. So you can simply ask, hey, would you be willing to sit down and have a conversation about our needs and desires within our relationship? People will probably be pretty excited about that, because when you have that open communication, you don't have to guess anymore. You don't have to guess what they want. They don't have to guess what you want. You just know what they want. And once you can understand a person, really fulfill them, that's gonna feel great for you, but also when you're getting fulfilled, it's gonna feel even better. So I'd encourage you to have that conversation. Now, the third piece to communication that is very important is to handle conflicts constructively. Now, what I mean by this is don't display Gottman's 4 horsemen. Now, if you've ever heard of this, there's a guy named Gottman who he was able to predict that if a relationship will stay together or not with 95% accuracy. Now, it was due to these 4 factors, the factors being if the relationship displays criticism, stonewalling, contempt, or defensiveness. So let's do a high-level walkthrough of each of those really quick. Criticism would be you're attacking someone's character, not talking about the action they did. So saying you're such a bitch, something like that. That would be very negative criticism that would display that. Stonewalling, which means it's not like, hey, I need a 15-minute break from this conversation. It's like, I'm not gonna talk to you, I'm gonna give you the cold shoulder for days. That's stonewalling, that's unhealthy. Contempt. Contempt is the worst out of them all. I believe that if a relationship showed contempt, that displayed 99% accuracy from Gottman, and contempt is passive aggressiveness, mocking, things like that. Those are all very unhealthy in handling conflicts. The final one is defensiveness. Defensiveness is saying, oh, I could never make a mistake. I can never make a mistake like that. So displaying any of those 4 is terrible for the relationship. So what I would encourage you to do is handle conflicts constructively. Talk about why you're upset due to the action, not the person, and do it in a very healthy way. So that's communication. Again, active listening, express needs and desires, and don't display the Gottman's 4 horsemen. Now, the second piece to maintain a relationship that is strong and happy is respect. And respect and appreciation. So what I would encourage you to do is show gratitude and appreciation, even for the small things. So maybe you've had a really rough day and your partner brings you your favorite snack. That's awesome to have someone to do that for you. And so I would encourage you to be grateful for that and appreciate that. And also the bigger things that they do, show gratitude and appreciation. One thing that I really like that my partner does is that she likes to write really little nice notes on my whiteboard on my fridge. That's really, I love that. Those words of affirmation make me feel really good, and I enjoy that, and I feel appreciated, and I feel like I'm grateful for her, and I communicate that to her, and she's grateful for me. So that's awesome. And the second piece to respect is respecting each other's boundaries. So what you need to do is understand what privacy boundaries they have, what time boundaries they have, and respect those and be able to understand what they need and what you need. This kind of goes back to communication. Now, the third piece to respect and appreciation is forgiveness. Each of you will make mistakes within the relationship. As long as that relationship or this mistake is not something that is something you have to break up over, forgive that person and be able to move on from the mistake. Don't bring up the past unless it directly correlates to the issue you're having. Let the past be the past and forgive your partner. Now, the third piece to having a relationship that's strong and happy is invest time together and quality time at that. So investing quality time by choosing activities that you both mutually enjoy and then spending that time together. I don't mean sitting together on your phones, and that's actually called gray zone time, and that's shown to be very unhealthy for the relationship as well. Actually invest quality time on things you enjoy. Me and my partner, and by the way, we've been together for 8 years, so I feel like I can talk about some of this relationship stuff. And what we do is we like to go on just walks. We walk together, we talk, and it is great. It's amazing. That's one of our favorite things to do together. So walks is our quality time, or one of them. Another thing I would encourage you to do is encourage individual interests. I like to play video games, and that's my time apart from my girlfriend, outside of work, things like that. But that's kind of like my hobby or interest. Outside of the gym, I guess, is another one that I really like to do. So gym and video games are two individual interests that I have that I'm away from my partner. And she has her own too. And it's good to have those individual split time, because when you come back together, you will desire each other more and you'll want to be with each other. So I'd encourage you to have your individual interests. Now, among those individual interests, I would also encourage you to plan date nights. Plan date nights with your partner on, again, things you both enjoy, and then go have a great night out. We do one date night a month, and eventually we will do one date night a week as we have kids and stuff like that, but we are able to get a lot of time in together as it is right now. Now, the fourth step to have a relationship that is strong and happy is support. Supporting each other's dreams. Be each other's cheerleaders. So this, again, goes back to communication. Understand what their dreams are and understand what your dreams are and share them together. And then once you know them, be each other's cheerleaders. Support each other throughout whatever it may be, the highs and the lows. It does not matter. Support each other, be each other's cheerleaders and biggest fans, and that will help you be strong and happy. It's been a huge impact in my relationship. I'm so thankful to have a partner that really supports my dreams, knows where I want to go, and pushes me to be the best. Now, another thing you can do with dreams is work towards a common goal. Maybe you have a common financial goal together, or maybe you want to raise beautiful children that are leaders. Whatever it may be, find a goal and work towards that together, and that can be an awesome thing that brings you closer together as well. Now, another piece with supporting is constructive feedback. Sometimes our partners need feedback from what we see within them, and they need to be healthily called out, as I call it. So if a partner is doing something and you feel like they're about to run into a wall, it's your job to call them out. But you need to practice this constructive feedback. This, in turn, will be supporting them and that communication piece again. So those things are all very important to support. Be each other's cheerleaders, work towards common goals, and give each other constructive feedback. Now, the fifth and final piece to being a strong and happy relationship is intimacy. And I don't just mean physical intimacy, I mean emotional intimacy as well. So it's important to have that physical intimacy of holding hands when you're together, or that physical touch, cuddling with each other. Those things are all great in creating a bond, because those will actually release chemicals within your brain, making you feel better about your relationship and your partner. Now, another important piece is emotional intimacy. Have great conversations about your dreams and then support each other on those dreams. Have funny conversations. Just have fun with your partner. Create that emotional intimacy so, again, you feel closer together. And then another one is never stop courting each other. Never stop trying to have that elements of love. One of my favorite things to do for my partner is just bring her flowers. Hard day, good day, birthday, whatever day it may be, she appreciates flowers, and I like to bring them to her as appreciation and a gesture of my love for her. So I'd encourage you to find some gestures of love that you each have and then share those with each other throughout. That was how to keep a relationship strong and happy. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button below. It really helps.